Hello, Dr. Gallagher, also known as the Magician, and today we're going to talk about another patient who had a very specific complaint. So this patient we'll call Stacy, and so Stacy was very specific in what bothered her about her genitalia. What she described was when she would stand in front of the mirror and look in the mirror, it almost looked like she had a penis. So how she described was the outer lips, or the labia majora, were kind of separate, and there was a lot of tissue there at the front to her that looked like a penis. The rest of her labia she didn't have any issues with. There was no rubbing, no chafing, no problems with sex, but this really bothered her, that area at the front. So as usual, what we did was get a picture, and with Stacy's permission we made a beautiful chalk pastel rendering of her genitalia. So take a look at what we saw, and we will dive deep into her anatomy and see is she normal or not normal. What we see in this patient is what we call a prominent clitoral hood, or the prepuce of the clitoris is a little bit prominent. And what the patient complained of was when she looked in the mirror head on, she felt it was almost like she had a penis. And this would be because the commissure, or where the labia majora meet in the middle, is kind of spread apart by the extra clitoral hood tissue. So this patient just has a little bit more clitoral hood than usual, but otherwise the labia minora aren't very enlarged, and we can see the hood itself kind of hangs down. And before we talked about where the labia minora come up and separate into the frenulum of the clitoris and then the hood on top. So as long as we can examine this patient and make sure the clitoris is a normal size, which it likely is, in this case we just have a little bit of extra clitoral hooding tissue, so the patient is normal. There are some techniques, and this patient did actually proceed with a clitoral hood reduction because it did bother her, but again, this patient can be reassured that this is a normal looking genitalia.